As an Alaskan truck driver, I am always trying to figure out new ways to lose weight and trying to get back in shape. So I've been doing fasting and all kinds of different eating principles to try to get here so far. And this week, we decided to experiment with some fasting and carnivore type eating. So what I think makes this fast particularly interesting is I have not tried to do this fast yet. Now this fast has got three names, by the way. It's called a 36-hour fast or every other day fast. I like to call it a roller coaster fast just because I'm weird like that and I like to rename things, and that way it just fits my needs. And then of course I wanted to just mix it up with the carnivore type diet because this fast is set to reset gut health, increases fat burning mode, reduces the hunger hormone, changes cravings, and average weight loss for this particular type fast, if done for anywhere from 5 to 7 days, is approximately 7 to 8 pounds. And I just wanted to see how that would relate to my current situation. Now, the other nice thing about this fast is there's plenty of scientific information around this fast. People have been doing it for years. I even spoke to some people that were doing it, and they said it worked out really well. Now, some of these people have been doing it for anywhere from a week to 7 weeks at a time without any particular issues or health problems. So let's get on into the video topics that I have to talk about this week. Of course, we're doing the 36-hour fast. We're going to discuss what I did to prepare for the fast, the schedule I used in detail, what I ate this week, or better yet, what I didn't eat this week, my weight before and after, and sometimes some of the weights I'm going to toss in there are during the weight loss throughout the week. And welcome to week 46 of my incredible weight loss journey. And for those of you new here, I'm Big John at Big Man, Alaska. I live here in Anchorage, Alaska. I am an Alaskan truck driver. I just try to share my experience as I go throughout this weight loss journey. So if this is stuff you're interested in, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the content with anybody who might think it would help. That's always appreciated. And always comment down below. So anytime we begin any particular type fasting, whether it's for a single day, 12 hours, 24 hours, 7 days, anything like that, it's very important to come up with a strategy, come up with a plan. So what I did to get myself set up before I started this fast is I did a full week of priming on the carnivore diet. So that's 2 to 3 meals a day of only meats and fats. And I did that throughout the period of a week from my last weekend's video. And that kind of sets the stage for the fast before you actually get into the fast. And then the next step that I always make sure to do is I come up with a weekly plan. Now this plan was a little bit more difficult to figure out because it's 36 hours and you got approximately a 12-hour eating window in between each fast. So I actually had to ask the wife to figure out a decent schedule for me, and she came up with one really fast. So this fast started on Sunday at 6 p.m. And then it went on until Tuesday. That was my fasting time. So it started on Sunday, it went on till Tuesday, and at 6 a.m. on Tuesday was the completion of my 36-hour fast. Now, since I have young children in the house, and that's typically around the time that everything gets going around here, these fasts tend to go a little bit longer at times, and sometimes they might be a skosh bit shorter. But we tried to keep right around the 36-hour fasting time, and I keep a very strict schedule for the 12-hour eating window. And one of the many things that I use to help schedule these fasts is I use the simple calendar on my phone. This is like the easiest way. Is just go to your calendar, start clicking on your buttons, and just enter in your fasting times and not fasting times, and it'll set up an entire schedule throughout the entire week. So that made it super simple to plan. I knew exactly what I was doing every day when I woke up before I even got too far out of bed. So sometimes we need reminders, especially when we're doing these overlapping type days. And this was just super simple and the easiest possible way that I could figure out how to explain the details. So let's get on into the starting weight for the fast this week, which was 311.9 pounds. That's where I weighed in at the very beginning of this fast. And throughout the week, the numbers changed in an interesting way. They weren't always what I was expecting. It seems like as soon as you eat something, this fast tends to change up pretty quickly. All right, so let's see here. On Tuesday, my starting weight for the fast was 311.6 pounds. Now, When I weighed in on Tuesday, I was around 306.3 pounds. That's 5.3 pounds lost just in the first 36 hours of the fast. That's pretty positive. I like that number. But like I said, these fasting numbers change immediately after you start eating some food. So if I were to weigh myself in that afternoon, I have to be realistic and realize that that 5 pounds of weight loss is probably going to turn into maybe 2 pounds of weight loss by the end of that. So always keep that in mind when fasting. Because it can be extremely frustrating for people to think this is a solid weight loss. And I just wanted to explain that this is not necessarily a solid weight loss. So anytime I've done fasts in the past, you know, where I might have lost 15 pounds, at the end of that fast, I might eat some food, or I might drink some, you know, water or electrolytes or something like that. Your weight is going to automatically increase at that point. So just keep that in mind. Don't be frustrated by what the numbers on the scale says. Just focus on before the fast and after the fast, and try not to overweigh yourself throughout the week, because that just creates all kinds of nonsense in your brain, and it doesn't necessarily work in your own favor. So let's see here for the entire week's weight loss. Let's see, I started out the week at 311.9, and my final weigh-in at the end of the week on Saturday morning was 303 pounds, 303.9 pounds. That's a 7.7 pound weight loss for doing this 36-hour roller coaster type fast for a period of approximately 7 days. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a great notion, and it's something that I could continue to do safely if I wanted to for another 2 to 3 weeks. I'm not sure what my schedule is going to be for next week, so I'm just going to kind of leave it up in the air. And I'm going to take it easy on the weekend, and I'm just going to actually eat throughout the weekend and possibly implement another 36-hour fast for next week to see what I can possibly get to, because I am trying to get down below 300 pounds and just simply stay there for an extended period of time. So far, I've been struggling right at this weight. So anywhere between 296 point something odd number pounds to 315 or 326. So I've just constantly been going back and forth through these weights throughout the weeks. And so let's get on into what I was doing for my fasting days and what I was doing for my eating days, so you guys can get a better understanding of what's happening here. So since Sunday was my last meal at 6 p.m., I woke up Monday morning. The first thing I do on any fasting day is I typically drink a black cup of coffee. Now that's something I do every single day, regardless of what I'm doing, if I'm fasting or if I'm not fasting. And then I like to go over and make my homemade electrolytes. I'll drink those. I'll take whatever vitamins and nutrients I might think I need to make it through the fast the best way possible. And then on my eating windows, like it was Tuesday, was my first eating window. And I broke the fast with about 5 eggs. I made a weird little fried egg type omelet with 5 eggs. I flipped that over, and I've been using a new product called Tabasco Sriracha. That's been working pretty good. It's got very, very minimal sugar content, and it doesn't seem to be throwing anything out of whack as far as the fasting results from what I see. So I'm still staying in ketosis throughout the entire time. Now, some other foods that I was eating throughout my eating days was stuff like chicken wings that I made the previous week. I was excited to eat those. I do like to eat a lot of hamburger patties, 80-20 beef patties. Yeah, I got this guy here. But anyways, from time to time, I'll just keep everything the same throughout the week. That way it just keeps everything really simple and easy to explain at the end of the week. And what in the heck? This thing is up here in the... What are you doing? You never climb up there. Come on, get down. That's enough. Come on, get down here. Down. Come on. Down. Molly, it's time to get down. Come on. You're going to make a mess. All right. Thank you. Oh, and then the cat sits in my seat where I'm just getting ready to sit down. How do I do this? I do this stuff to myself every week. So ultimately, how did this fast go and how did I feel? Now, the first day wasn't that hard because I did a series of priming the week before. So I was completely satiated. I was full. I was ready to go into the fast. It was like, boom, it was done. It was over. I did feel slightly hungry towards the end of the first day, which was Monday. And before I went to bed, it really wasn't a huge deal, but it was a craving. I was craving some food at that time, but it was manageable. And the way I managed it is I just simply went back to my bedroom. I turned on a movie, sat there, watched a movie for a while, and I came back out and helped clean up the mess after dinner was done. So sometimes I just need to remove myself from the dinner table when stuff like that's going on. So that's just one way that I manage what I'm doing throughout the fast. Now, what did I do differently throughout the week? Now, I have been using a vibration plate to hopefully help with my what is it called? Neuropathy in my feet. It's not that severe. I can still feel my feet for the most part. It's just I have a minor numbness up towards the toe and the ball of my feet, and that has been helping. It's been improving my nerve function, so now I can actually move my toes. I haven't been able to really spread my toes yet, but that's just, you know, part of having minor nerve damage. So it takes a while to repair that. And the nice thing about that is it is repairable. So I am working on that. Now, another thing I was doing is getting out of the house and going for walks. The wife and I went down to one of the local malls, and we walked around that entire mall the entire time. We were playing a game on our cell phone called Pokemon Go, and that just kind of makes everything cruise on by a whole lot quicker. So getting out of the house, finding something interesting to do while you're out of the house is something else I was doing throughout the week. And I was also going on walks around the local area here. So I went for about a 3-mile walk one day, and then another day I went for a little bit shorter walk because I had the kids in tow. The wife was with me, we had our dog, but the roads around here in Alaska are just horribly slick right now. And so going out for walks and stuff like that is just kind of a pain in the bum. So would I consider doing this fast again? Absolutely. I think it was an amazing fast. It was pretty simple. It wasn't an extended like 5-day water fast where there's like absolutely no food involved, where that's kind of mind-boggling for some. I think the majority of people could handle a 36-hour fast, especially if you're healthy enough to do so. If you have other underlying issues, always consult your doctor or physician before you start any type of fasting process, especially if you got like diabetes or glucose issues or anything like that, because it's just important to, you know, keep this stuff realistic and also have realistic expectations for whatever type of fasting you're planning on doing. So as always, guys, that's my experience with 36-hour fasting. I do appreciate everybody that stuck around for the video in the entirety. If you liked the video, you know, please like the video, comment down below, let me know what you thought, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. We do get a lot of new people coming through the channel and watching the videos, but yeah, if you could subscribe, that's tremendously helpful. And always, until next time, guys. Botched up the entire video.